So recently, I had an assignment for the New York Times where within about 15 minutes of meeting a young couple, I found myself photographing them embracing each other in an intimate setting in their bedroom. Now, before your minds go wandering, let me clarify there was nothing sexual about it. The story was sensitive, and since it hasn't been published yet, I can't share the images with you, but I will later. But when we wrapped up and said our goodbyes, they paid me a compliment that I often overlook about myself. And that sparked me to do this episode. They said, "You were really easy, Justin. You're really easy to be around, and you made us very comfortable," and they thanked me. And it's something I really don't give myself a lot of credit for, but I think actually when I think about it, it's consistent. People say that to me, and I find it's important for me as a photographer, the type of work that I do, to be good at that, to get people to open up kind of quickly and let me photograph them and document their lives. Today I'm going to share with you my tips on how to get people to open up to you. Notice I didn't say make people open up. There's a big difference. You shouldn't be making anyone do anything. You should be earning trust and earning them opening up to you and your camera. So first off, it's not about tricks. It's about being genuine, human, and decent. So the first tip to get people to open up, I would say, is to be transparent. Be upfront about your intentions and your timeline. Answer the what and why before they have to ask you. Whether you're shooting for the New York Times, working on a personal project, or practicing portraits for my online classes at askmott.com. Shameless little plug there. Be clear and be natural, just like that wasn't natural, but it was clear. Let people know roughly how long you'll need. For example, in the story I mentioned, I asked if it was okay to spend about 4 to 5 hours for this story. Based on the shot list that I had, I figured that would be fine. So it included both indoor and outdoor shots. But if you only need an hour, say an hour. If you need more time, explain why. People appreciate knowing what's going on, so respect their time. And throughout the shoot and ahead of time as much as possible, explain your decisions. Why am I having them post like that? Why do I need to go outside on the streets of Saigon during the extreme heat? Well, I want to bring the viewer to Vietnam, and the apartment doesn't showcase that. So why the apartment shots then? Well, because I also need something intimate that helps people get to know the subject. I'm not going on and on and on, but I'm always explaining the why. And I'm talking through things for people. I'm explaining things like, I know it's hot outside. However, can we go out for a little bit? I talk through most of the shoot as I'm going. I'm sharing what I'm hoping to capture, not demanding anything. The next tip is to be real and be vulnerable. If you're shy, it's okay to be shy. You can be a shy photographer. I'm not, but some people are. Just explain it. Let them know that being shy doesn't mean you're not engaged. And you can even explain why you're shy for whatever reason. Of course, you can overshare too, but it's good to be vulnerable. It's good to be open. It's good to be genuine with people. I'm silly, and I show that silly side on shoots, but I'm also polite and respectful of people's times, and I know when to be silly and when not to be silly, at least most of the time. The next tip is to read people. Talk first, shoot second. Get to know people a little bit before you start clicking away. Ask good questions beforehand or in the moment if that's how the shoot unfolds. If you're just finding someone on the street and trying to take photographs of someone, talk to people. Ask them thoughtful and caring questions like, have you done a photo shoot before? Did anything annoy you? Did something go wrong? Is there something that bothers you? Is there something that you were self-conscious about? Getting to know people, talking to people, asking them good questions, showing that you care is invaluable, and it's going to make the shoot go a lot smoother. The next tip is to respect your subject. Yes, respect their time, as I mentioned earlier, but also do them justice creatively. Are they presented in the best light? Don't be lazy. If their hair needs fixing or wardrobe change would work better, address it. Stick to your timeline and respect any boundaries they might be subtly communicating with you. My subjects were very easygoing and open in the beginning, so I pushed it a bit to see what more we could capture. But the second I noticed discomfort, I moved on. But I recognized that and I addressed it. And I think people appreciate it. I know I would appreciate it. And, if there was more time and I felt like the shot was really working, I might say, like, is there something, I might fight for it a little bit, or not fight for it, I might talk through it a little bit. Is there something I can do to make you feel more comfortable? Am I missing something? Or if I'm not sure if someone's uncomfortable, I might say, like, are you uncomfortable right now? You seem like it. Is something I'm missing? And if you don't want to explain to a complete stranger you just met a couple hours ago, that's also okay. But if there's something I can do, let me know. I just communicate with people. I ask good questions, and I constantly show that I care because I do. The next tip is to have confidence in every single shoot. Confidence comes from experience. Yes, it comes from preparation as well. Even if things aren't going as planned, stay confident. Not cocky, confident. If your subject is already wary or has trust issues, your lack of confidence can ruin the mood of the shoot. They might not trust you or trust the posture that you're trying to get them to do. They might not buy in. You need to buy into yourself and show that before they buy in as well. So you need to be confident, and that comes again with experience and with preparation. And the last tip is to be inclusive. If I'm vibing with my subject, I'll ask for their ideas or poses. Most times people defer to you as a photographer, but they might have great ideas. And even if they don't, it's nice to be asked. Like, genuinely ask, is there something I'm missing here? Show them a picture and say, like, I like this is working. Is there anything you want to add to it? Is there anything you want to do different? Is there anything you don't like? It's good to have people involved. It shows that you care, and you should care. I'm telling you, sometimes people give me great ideas, sometimes not, but it's still nice to be asked and still nice to include people. In the end, just be genuine, be polite, and don't act entitled. People are letting you into their world, letting you photograph them. That's trust. That's kind of them. So respect that. But really, kindness usually does the trick. It helps if you're naturally kind and love what you do, and if you don't, you probably are in the wrong field. Because to be a good photographer, to approach people and get them to open up, you need to be genuine, you need to be kind, people see through that kind of stuff, and you need to love what you do as well. So those are my tips for today. Don't worry if you're shy, it takes time to get good with people. Some people are natural at it, some people aren't. I don't think I was natural in the beginning at it, but I practiced over time, I got better. But don't let your natural disposition to being shy stop you from photographing people, documenting the stories, or taking portraits of people. Don't, just work at it. Like anything else. If you want to get good at it, work at it. Thank you guys for tuning in. For those of you interested in improving your photography through one-on-one online learning, I have a variety of classes on my website at askmott.com. For those of you interested in an adventure of a lifetime, come check out my Northern Vietnam photography workshop this December. Few slots left. You can check all that out at askmott.com. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to have a wonderful day.